Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another kicking movie reaction review. Today I'm going to review Encanto! I know Encanto was like the biggest film ever a while back, and I didn't get around to watching it because I don't have good internet at home or good streaming. So I do all this movie watching typically when I dog sit for friends. It's the only time I can stream anything. But not a single thing was spoiled for me. And it's normally not the type of film I talk about, but sometimes when a film really hits home with me, like it really makes an impression on me, I'll still review it, even if it's not, the type of thing I normally review. And Encanto isn't the type of thing I normally review, but I love musicals. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I adore musicals. When I was watching this, I was like, these songs are very Lin-Manuel Miranda, and then his name popped up on screen, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I listened to the Moana soundtrack like on repeat, and I listen to a lot of the Hamilton stuff too every now and then. And Encanto has definitely become an on repeat soundtrack for me as well. Really top tier work. I don't like Manuel Miranda's singing voice, to be completely honest. I don't like his voice, but he is a fantastic lyricist. Probably one of the greatest living lyricists. He's really good at his job. I just don't like his singing voice. But yeah, Encanto is about this family, and a miracle saved them a while back. Saved to the grandmother and made this refuge for all these people that were fleeing persecution. And there's like this very charming living house, it's real Disney. It feels classically Disney. All this Colombian family. And they all have a special power that the miracle gives them when they come of age. One is super strong, one controls plants, one talks to animals, one shapeshifts, one tells the future, etc., etc. But one doesn't get one. She doesn't get a power when she comes of age. But there is this prophecy that the one that tells the future, Bruno, says, and it says that she's the key to what the future of their family holds. Whether or not the magic of the miracle will burn out or it will continue. And it turns out their family's kind of divided. They have a grandmother who's not a villain, but maybe I would say antagonist. Like she expects perfection from everyone in the family. And no one's ever really good enough for her. And I very much have a family member like that, and I was like, oh, I get this. And then I'm also the black sheep in my family, so I was like, okay, yeah, this is the film for me. Plus the animation was spectacular. It was incredibly well written. You go back and rewatch it, it is a tightly scripted film, magnificent foreshadowing in the dialogue and within the lyrics of the songs. I really only have one complaint about the film as a whole. And that's that the beginning is incredibly exposition heavy. Incredibly exposition heavy. And I think it only gets away with that because the second one is done differently. So the film starts off with the grandmother telling the granddaughter that's destined to not get powers about their family history. Big exposition dump. It's fine. But the very next scene is that daughter, or that granddaughter, grown up singing more exposition. So we get a scene that's exposition about the past, and then a scene that's exposition about the future. So it's the first two scenes of the movie are both giant exposition dumps. I keep wanting to say expedition. Exposition dumps. And I feel like the only reason the film gets away with that is because the second one is a really, really good song. Like a really incredible song. But it's kind of, I also want to say it's kind of weird to me that she has to explain to the children of the village what everyone's powers are, because wouldn't they know already? These children are like 10, 11 that she's singing to. They don't know who these family members that basically run the entire town are? How do they not know that? One of them lifted a church building over her head. They didn't know that happened? I don't buy that. Sorry. Maybe if the kids were younger, but not the age those kids were shown. No. They had to have known. But other than just those two little things that are really inconsequential, spectacular movie. Absolutely fantastic. They say there's no such thing as a perfect movie. but this one gets pretty damn close. Impeccably scripted, impeccably scored, magnificent soundtrack, beautiful, beautiful film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's magnificent. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.